check out the Valley's most in-depth weather forecast on this Wednesday evening. Today, it really felt nice outside. I mean, like roll down your car windows kind of an afternoon today, with temperatures 17 degrees warmer than the average, but not in record territory. Today's numbers looking like the 66 is what we did officially at the airport just before 5 p.m. today. Of course, our low temperature occurred very early in the night. Temperature starting rising pretty rapidly towards daybreak, and with a little sunshine working in for the afternoon, that helped us get up into the mid-60s today. 72, the record set in 1931. So 66 locally today, but we touched 70 as nearby as Zanesville over in DuBois in west central PA. They set a record high today with a high of 67. Pittsburgh checked in at 68 this afternoon. All right, temperatures as of 7:18 really haven't cooled that much. We're going to stay very balmy for a good chunk of the night tonight. Our cold front is not hard to spot on the weather map this evening. It's one of those situations where you don't need a degree in meteorology to find the cold front. Yeah, right there. You can go from 60 in Indianapolis to 47 in Springfield and 48 in Chicago. And that temperature drop is going to occur here in a little less than 12 hours. Also accompanying the cool down will be, of course, some wet weather. The timing on this has not changed much in our forecast over the last couple of days. I think showers will become increasingly likely by 4, 5, 6 in the morning. Heading off to work and school in the morning, it is going to be soggy. Looks like the rain will try to taper off by midday. So, again, the timing on this on our high-res futurecast, pretty much in line with what we've been thinking. It'll start to rain in most spots in the wee hours of the morning. Most consistent rain overall maybe from daybreak through mid to late morning. So our hourly rain chances looking like this starting at 5 a.m., peaking at 100%, 7 to 9, maybe 10 a.m., and then decreasing fairly rapidly from west to east as we go into the midday, early afternoon hours. We should be dry during the second half of the afternoon. As far as how much wet weather to expect, here's a look at our computer model spread. Pretty decent agreement. The European model's on the low end with a tenth to 0.15, but most of our other modeling is kind of clustered between a quarter of an inch and a third of an inch worth of rain. Hopefully you were able to take care of some of the leaves today before they turn kind of soggy and unmanageable for a little bit of time here with the rain and the cooler temperatures that are coming. All right, behind the front, temperatures kind of level off tomorrow around 40. We'll be about 46, 45 around 6 to 7 a.m., but by lunchtime, 40, 41, and that's just where they'll be for a lot of the afternoon. And then tomorrow night, kind of an interesting brief little setup here for lake effect snow. Weather disturbance will cross the Great Lakes. Big temperature difference between the air 5,000 feet above our heads and the water temperatures on the Great Lakes. And the wind direction is kind of west-northwest, it looks like, for a handful of hours. If due west is, say, 270 degrees, if you've used a compass before, you're familiar with the degrees in a circle. Maybe 280, just a little north of due west, and that may bring some bands into far northern Trumbull and parts of Mercer County for a time late tomorrow night and first thing Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, high pressure builds in. Probably still be pretty cloudy for a time, and it will be chilly, but we will be snow-free. The sky will temporarily clear Friday evening, but then clouds return for our Saturday. I'm not going to talk too much about the eclipse again tonight. Refer to my social media and previous editions of Weather for Weather Geeks, but pretty good partial or almost total lunar eclipse at about between 2 and 5 a.m. Friday morning. If you're in Columbiana County, even parts of Mahoning County, you've got a pretty decent chance of seeing this if you want to get up that early and check it out. Farther north, where we have more lake effect snow possibilities in Trumbull and Mercer, probably too many clouds to check out the eclipse. Speaking of Trumbull and Mercer, here's a look at the current odds of 1 inch or more worth of snow with our lake effect late Thursday night, first thing Friday morning. Pretty modest odds right now. I'm not going to be surprised if these are raised a little bit as we get more confident in the exact wind direction coming off the lake. The exact orientation of the bands will make all the difference in the world. If the bands are a little more due west, then we're going to be hard-pressed to see much more than an inch in northern Trumbull and Mercer. If they are a little more north of due west, more like this, then yeah, your chances probably are increasing in a place like Mesopotamia, Kinsman, Greenville, maybe even as far south as Jackson Center and Sharpsville. And yeah, your odds of seeing an inch or more may increase some if there's a little subtle wiggle in those bands. So stay tuned on the snow forecast across northern Trumbull and northern Mercer. Don't think it's a lot, but you may wake up with things covered up, depending on where you are first thing Friday morning. Let's talk about the weekend and beyond. Saturday's a quiet day. Sunday, probably some rain pushing in as we head towards midday and afternoon. Still too warm for any frozen precipitation on Sunday. But then cold air wraps back in. Pretty powerful cold front will roll through early in the day on Monday, sending those temperatures plummeting. We'll be in the 30s most of the day Monday. Could be a couple of flurries around, especially as we get into the afternoon hours on Monday. But then Monday night, I think the flow may be pretty well aligned for some pretty decent lake effect penetrating fairly deep into our viewing area. This is more of a north flow rather than west-northwest. This is more this kind of a direction, and so you might get some Lake Huron moisture involved, picking up Lake Erie moisture, and we could see some accumulating snow. How much? Too early to say. But some accumulating snow not only in our northern Trumbull and Mercer zones, but pretty much our entire viewing area will have a chance of seeing maybe some decent accumulating lake effect snow Monday night into early Tuesday morning. It's going to be blustery and cold right into the day Tuesday. We'll be hard-pressed to get above freezing coming up on Tuesday. But the good news for holiday travelers, and there's going to be a lot more people traveling for Thanksgiving this year than last year, obviously. It does look like across our region, the weather should be pretty benign on Wednesday, which is the big day for the airports and people hitting the roads. And Thanksgiving at this point does look pretty quiet as well. Here's our kind of first look at the Thanksgiving forecast coming up in 8 days. It's going to be chilly. Not going to be a warm Thanksgiving this year. A few degrees below average, maybe 4 or 5 below average. Highs maybe around 40 or so. Likely to be quiet. If we see any precipitation, it's likely to be pretty non-impactful on the holiday itself on Thanksgiving next Thursday. But of course, we're 8 days out. Things can change, but there's no model information showing anything of any significance for our area for the holiday as we speak. Stay tuned. That'll be it, I should say, for Weather Geeks on this Wednesday evening. Have a great rest of your night, and thank you for watching.